Alright, Brush Monkeys, welcome back. This week we're continuing our series on the Raging Heroes Daughters of the Crucible series with Sister Paquita Baby here. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. And I think, just based on the picture on here, it looks like all of this is one piece, but on the sculpt it kind of looks like it's two. So I think I'm going to go ahead and paint it as two. So she's going to be showing a little more skin than some of the rest of them, but at the same time she's also got these armored things on her arms that cover the back of her hands, and armored shoes. So she's also wearing more armor than some of the rest of them. So kind of an interesting dichotomy going on there. But yeah, I think she's going to be a fun one to paint. I'm running off the same palette that I'm using for the rest of them. However, I've taken out the Vallejo Model Color Flat Earth to use as a base tone for the skin. So it's going to be Flat Earth, then Tan Earth, and then highlight with the Cork Brown. So she's going to be a little bit darker skinned than some of the rest of them. It's not going to be highlighted quite as much. I'm not going to go all the way up to the Iraqi sand highlight. So she'll be a little darker skinned than the rest of them, but still within that kind of Hispanic skin tone range. I think she's going to end up looking really good. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here and go. Oh, the other thing I was going to do is going to shade wash her skin with the Reichland Flesh Shade and just give it a little more of a brownish tone than the red. The P3 tends to be a little more reddish skin tone. So we got that going for us. So like I said, it's going to vary it up a little bit. I think it'll still be within that Hispanic skin tone range and it'll still look really good. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here and get the base colors down, and then we'll come back and see how she looks. Alright? Yeah, see you soon. Bye. Alright, I'm back. And as you can see, I've got the base colors down for her habit, her wimple, and her skin, and I've got the skin shade washed. I just finished doing that, so it's still a little wet. I'm going to let that go ahead and dry. But I think so far she's looking pretty good. There is a little sculpt of abs right there. It's kind of hard to see. I was hoping the shade wash would bring that out a little more. I think highlighting it is going to help. Yeah, she's looking quite a bit darker than the others, but you know, that's the basis dark skin tone. So I think once I highlight it up a little bit, she'll be looking a little more Hispanic, a little less African American. There. But yeah, not a whole lot of reds on this one. She got just a little bit around the face there, and a little bit on the back of the wimple. You can kind of see it up under there. But that's about it. She didn't have the long flowing robes of the other ones. She is going to have more metallics though, which is going to come out for the shoes and the guns, all these chains on her back, her little rosaries. She's got a necklace on there. She's going to have a lot more gold on her. But right now she's looking pretty good. And like I said, since I just got done shade washing the skin, I'm going to let that dry for a little bit and take a break. And then I'll come back and start highlighting the skin. So I will see you all soon. Bye. Alright, Brush Monkeys, we're back. And as you can see, Sister Paquita here is coming along very nicely. Got her skin all highlighted up. Got her eyeshadow and lipstick on there. Her lips painted. She's looking pretty good. Also got her guns painted and the steel armor painted. There's some gold trim that needs to be done on that, on her boots, and some gold that needs to be done on the base, but since I just painted the base, and apparently just got some shade wash on it too, that all needs to dry, and that shade wash on the steel needs to dry before I can paint any of the rest of that. So I'm going to go ahead and let that finish drying, and then we'll come back and do the golds on her necklace, on her rosary belt there, and that little thing she's wearing. the chains between her guns, and the bronzes on the base there all have to be done in gold. So I'm going to go ahead and take a break, and we'll come back and do all the golds, and then I'll see how it looks. Alright, so I will see you guys in a little bit. Bye. Alright, brush monkeys, as you can see, I've got the golds on Sister Paquita here based. She's got a lot of them. There's gold chains and all that. Gold all on her shoes, on her armor, gold trim on her armor, even the little necklace she's wearing. And also based the bronzes on the base. Now the big difference between these two, these are all based in Balthazar gold. The big difference between these two is I'm going to shade wash the base with Agrax Earth Shade. And other than that, it's pretty well done. Okay, the chains and the armor and the necklace on her and all that kind of stuff are all going to be highlighted with Vallejo model color old gold, and that's going to be the next step. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this off and do that, and shade wash the base once that has a chance to dry a little bit, and then we'll come back and see how she looks. She should be pretty close to being done. Just got to finish the golds and then paint the base band, and I think you'll agree she's coming along pretty nicely. She looks pretty good. Alright, see you soon. Alright, the golds are done, and I noticed a couple of things while I was painting this. First of all, I noticed this little section along here I took to be a second strand of the gold belly chain that's hanging this reliquary here. And turns out after I painted it in gold, I realized that that actually looks more like a part of the swimsuit. Oops. Let's see if we can get that to focus. Come on. There we go. Looks more like part of her suit. And I also just realized I missed a little piece of skin right there, so I'm going to redo that. I also noticed that these parts of the base here looked more like wood flooring than any kind of metal decking. So I went over it with wildwood. I was really kind of sloppy and loose with the wildwood because I wanted those brush strokes. There weren't any carved in wood grain details, so I wanted the brush strokes to look like wood grain on there. So when I go over them with the wildwood contrast paint, it'll give that look of wood flooring. So I'm still waiting on that to dry because I just got painted that on there. So I'm going to take a break here, touch up the little bit that I missed there, and shade wash the metal, do the flooring on there, and then we'll do the base band, and next time you see this girl, she'll be completely done. Alright, so see you soon. Bye. Alright, I've got the base shade washed, I've got the wood painted on there with the contrast paint, I've got the base band painted. As you can see, the shade wash and the base band are both still kind of wet, so I'm going to take a break and let them dry for a little bit, and then I still need to do the red dragon scale wax along the base just to give it that metallic sheen and kind of match it in with the rest of the Sisters of Battle army that she's going to be a part of. And then yeah, next time you see her, she's going to be completely done. I'm going to go ahead and let that dry and then do the dragon scale wax, and then I will matte seal her, and the next time you see her, she's going to be completely finished. So see you soon. Bye. Alright, brush monkeys, Sister Paquita baby is done, and she looks really spiff, all nice and shiny and blinged out. Base looks really good. I'm pretty happy with how she came out. So I'm going to go ahead and call her done and take her off the handle. This is now the second mini I've painted with this 360 handle from Redgrass Games, and I think this is going to end up being my go-to handle for painting individual minis. When it comes to painting squads, I'm probably still going to use the Games Workshop handles because I have 10 of those, but I've only got one of these and I think it's going to work out really nice. So Sister Paquita Baby is done. Next week we'll be taking on Sister Cha-Cha Silencia. She looks like that. And she's going to be another fun one. So join us next week. Until then, thanks for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye. Hey Brush Monkeys, Tom from Flying Monkey Studios here. If you like what you see, click like down below. If you want to be notified when new videos come out, click subscribe. Both of those help me with my YouTube numbers and help support me doing what I do best. Speaking of which, if you want to support me more directly, you can visit my Patreon site and go on my Instagram page to see all the miniatures that I paint on this site and how to get your hands on one of your own if you want one. We're also on Facebook and Twitter. You can check both of those to see when new videos get posted. And visit my merch store at storefrontier.com/flymonkeystudios. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.